The following report contains some disturbing images.
8 days on, the pictures are no less shocking. The aftermath of an apparently horrific nerve gas attack on residents in the suburbs of Damascus. Today, the British government released its intelligence case for believing it was the Assad regime that did it. The document is just 3 pages long, no graphics, no videos, and all heavily dependent on so-called open sources, that's publicly available information. This Joint Intelligence Committee report, published today by the Cabinet Office behind me, estimates a 75 to 85% likelihood it was the Assad regime that carried out a poison gas attack in Syria last week. The rest of the document is, quite frankly, heavy on logic, but short on specific hard evidence. And because the intelligence community got it so spectacularly wrong on Iraq 10 years ago, the burden of proof is on this government to make a watertight case when it comes to Syria. Entitled Reported Chemical Weapons Use in Damascus, it says the Syrian regime has used lethal chemical weapons on 14 occasions in the past. It assesses it's highly likely that the Syrian regime was responsible for last week's attacks. It says video footage from the scene is consistent with a nerve agent such as sarin, and it refers to growing and supportive, highly sensitive intelligence, but it doesn't reveal it. So I asked the former commander of Britain's Chemical Defence Regiment what he made of it.
I'm surprised by the lack of detail and weight in this report and the highly sensitive intelligence that appears to be out there, be it eavesdropping or satellite imagery or whatever. I think we need to see that or be that explained to us.
That highly sensitive intelligence may well belong to the Americans. There are reports it includes intercepts by the Israelis. Whatever it is, has convinced the US president of who is to blame.
We have looked at all the evidence, and we do not believe the opposition possessed nuclear weapons of that or chemical weapons of that sort. We do not believe that, given the delivery systems using rockets, that the opposition could have carried out these attacks. We have concluded that the Syrian government, in fact, carried these out.
Down on the ground in Syria, UN chemical weapons inspectors are still gleaning what they can from the sites of last week's attacks. But their report, when it comes, will not apportion blame. Even some US officials say the case against Assad's regime, while compelling, is not clear-cut. It's not, said one, a slam dunk. Frank Gardner, BBC News.